Welcome, my fellow spiritual seekers. Today, we dive deep into 7 symptoms of the dark night of the soul. This journey we're about to embark on may be familiar to some of you. You may have experienced moments of profound darkness, a sense of loss, or a feeling of utter hopelessness. This, my friends, is often referred to as the dark night of the soul, a concept deeply rooted in spiritual traditions. The dark night of the soul is a period of spiritual desolation where one feels disconnected from the divine, from joy, and even from oneself. It is a phase of deep introspection and profound transformation. Our purpose today is to provide some clarity, some guidance for those of you who suspect you may be in the midst of this challenging spiritual journey. We will begin by identifying the 7 most common symptoms of the dark night of the soul. These 7 symptoms are not arbitrary, but rather have been distilled from years of research, countless conversations, and a myriad of personal experiences. Once we have identified these 7 dark night of the soul symptoms, we will move on to share some practical tips for getting through the dark night of the soul. These tips have been tested in the crucible of personal experience and have emerged as valuable tools for turning this period of darkness into a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. Remember, the dark night of the soul, as grim as it may seem, is often connected to something equally wonderful. It is a gateway to self-discovery, great inner transformation, spiritual growth, and a deeper understanding of your place in and as the universe itself. So, let's embark on this journey together, and let's discover the light that lies within the darkness. Now, let's unravel the 7 most common symptoms of the dark night of the soul. Number 1, the first symptom of the dark night of the soul is a profound sense of uncertainty. You might feel like you're walking through a dense fog, unsure of which direction to take. Decisions that once seemed straightforward now feel overwhelmingly complex. This uncertainty can permeate every aspect of your life, from the trivial to the significant. The second symptom of the dark night of the soul is a sense of isolation. You may find yourself feeling disconnected from others, even those you hold dear. It's not just about physical solitude. It's more about experiencing an emotional and spiritual separation that can make you feel like you're on your own in a crowded room. The third symptom of the dark night of the soul is a feeling of aimlessness. You may have lost your sense of purpose, your direction in life. Tasks that seem to provide a sense of fulfillment now seem empty and meaningless. It's as if you're adrift on a vast ocean with no land in sight. The next symptom of the dark night of the soul is depression. But let's be clear, this isn't your run-of-the-mill sadness or a fleeting feeling of melancholy. No, this is an inescapable joylessness. It's a kind of depression that seems immune to the usual mood-boosting activities. Maybe you've tried cheering yourself up with some favorite comfort foods, or perhaps you've attempted to lift your spirits with an energizing workout. But no matter what you try, the happiness just doesn't seem to stick around. It's as if joy has become an illusion, an impossible task. The 5th symptom of the dark night of the soul is a heightened sensitivity. This could manifest as an increased awareness of your own feelings or a heightened response to external stimuli. Sounds seem louder, lights brighter, and emotions more intense. This heightened intensity can make the world feel overwhelming and hard to navigate. The sixth symptom of the dark night of the soul is feeling frustratedly stuck in your life. You might feel like you're spinning your wheels, making no progress despite your best efforts. This can be one of the most frustrating symptoms of the dark night of the soul, as it can make you feel powerless and trapped in your current circumstances. And the seventh and final symptom of the dark night of the soul is a deep longing for something more. This isn't about wanting a new job, a bigger home, or a faster car. This longing is spiritual in nature. It's a yearning for a deeper connection, a more profound understanding of the universe, and a clearer sense of your place within it. Recognizing these symptoms can be the first step toward navigating through this challenging spiritual journey known as the dark night of the soul. Each symptom is a signpost pointing towards the work you need to do within yourself. Acknowledge them, understand them, and above all, be gentle with yourself as you journey through the dark night of the soul. Remember, this is not a punishment, but a process of profound spiritual transformation. And as with every night, no matter how dark, there does come the dawn. Having identified these 7 symptoms of the dark night of the soul, it's time to share some strategies to navigate through this difficult spiritual journey. Just like stars shining brightest in the darkest nights, it's in these challenging times that we unearth our deepest strengths and discover who we truly are. Firstly, mindfulness is key. It's not about escaping the darkness, but embracing it. Sit with your feelings. Allow them to flow through you without judgment. This could be as simple as focusing on your breath or engaging in practices like meditation or yoga. The aim is to create a safe space for your emotions to be seen and heard. Secondly, stay connected with nature. The natural world has a soothing effect on the soul. Whether it's a walk in the park, gardening, or simply sitting under the stars, these moments can provide a sense of peace and perspective. Next, journaling can be a powerful tool for getting through the dark night of the soul. Pour out your thoughts and feelings onto paper. This can help in processing what you're going through. Write about your fears, your pain, your hopes. It's not about finding immediate solutions, but about giving a voice to your inner turmoil. Another tip is to seek professional help if needed. Therapists, counselors, or spiritual guides can provide an outside perspective and the tools to navigate this challenging phase. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a courageous step toward healing. And lastly, connect with supportive communities. This could be a spiritual group, a support network, or close friends and family who understand your journey. Remember, you're not alone in this. Many have walked this path before, and their wisdom can become a beacon of light in your darkness. Remember, these strategies are not a quick fix, but tools to help you through this difficult spiritual journey. They are there to guide you, to hold your hand as you navigate through the darkness and into the light. The dark night of the soul is a transformative journey, an opportunity for profound growth and self-discovery. So, as we traverse this path, let's do so with courage, patience, and compassion for ourselves. As we approach the end of our discussion, let's quickly illuminate the silver lining of the dark night of the soul. It's important to remember that even the darkest night will pass and dawn will inevitably break. Think of the dark night of the soul as a cocoon. It may feel confining, dark, and uncomfortable, but it's a necessary stage for the caterpillar to transform into the butterfly. Similarly, your own metamorphosis is taking place during this uncomfortable, confining dark night. You are shedding old beliefs, patterns, and identities that no longer serve you and making space for your true self to emerge. This process can lead to a spiritual awakening. You may find yourself questioning the very nature of reality, the purpose of life, and your place in the universe. These questions may seem daunting, but they are the signs of a deepening spiritual connection. You're starting to see beyond the surface of the material world, opening your heart and mind to the mystery and wonder of existence. The dark night of the soul can also mark the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It's a wake-up call, a sign that change is necessary. You may find yourself drawn to new interests, new relationships, or new paths. It's as if your soul is guiding you towards the life you are truly meant to live. Remember, the journey through the dark night is not a linear path. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt and despair. But with every step, you're moving closer to the light. You're becoming more resilient, more compassionate, more aligned with your true, authentic self. The dark night of the soul is a journey that requires courage, patience, and faith. But rest assured, the rewards are worth the struggle. And as the poet Rumi once said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. The dark night of the soul can usher in a period of illumination and renewal. So hold on to hope, trust in the process, and remember, after every dark night, there is a bright new dawn. You've got this, dear one. Namaste.